Brigands and Breadknives may not be quite as cozy as its two predecessors, but I still found a lot to like about this book. So, I recently finished reading Brigands and Breadknives by Travis Baldree, which is kind of a sequel to Legends and Lattes, but more of a direct sequel to Bookshops and Bonedust, and these are my spoiler-free thoughts on it. So, Brigands and Breadknives follows Fern, who is the ratkin bookseller who we met in Bookshops and Bonedust. Several years after her exploits with Viv the Orc, we catch up with her as she is leaving her old life behind in search of fulfillment. We stay with her throughout the entire book, during which she embarks on a grand and unexpected adventure. I will say right off the bat that, like I mentioned, this book's vibes aren't quite as cozy as the first two books. However, its stakes were still really personal and pretty low relative to most fantasy stories. And there are certain sections of this book that do feel quite warm and cozy. So it's not like there's no cozy element to it. I thought it was cool to focus on a different main character in this book, and I did actually like Fern quite a bit. She is foul-mouthed, she's blunt, and she's dealing with an existential crisis, all of which are things that make her very relatable, at least to me. There are also a few prominent secondary characters in this book. Most of them are fine, but one in particular, a mysterious little goblin, is pretty damn hilarious. She was definitely one of my favorite things about this book. Another thing I liked about Brigands and Breadknives is that we got to see quite a bit more of this world. Travis Baldree didn't really get to show off his world-building chops in the other two books, as each of them mostly stayed in one location. But this book showed us several new places and a fair bit of this world's mythology. Additionally, I thought that Baldree's prose really stood out in this book. I noticed a lot more poetic language this time around, though his writing still felt very casual and to the point. And lastly, I enjoyed the themes and the messaging of this story. This book reminds us that finding your place and your purpose in the world is not easy and not something that can be rushed or forced to fit your schedule. The book explored other themes as well, such as found family, second chances, and the importance of emotional vulnerability, especially with the people that you're close to. Overall, I thought Brigands and Breadknives was a fun, feel-good, low-stakes adventure fantasy story that fans of Baldree's other work should enjoy. As for a rating, I would give it 4 out of 5 stars. Alright, so what did you guys think of Brigands and Breadknives? Drop a comment and let me know your thoughts.